How you doing, guys? I'm the Bearded Devil. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so in my last video, I showed that Brian's logic is a lying piece of shit. And his buddy, Flatzoid, the Flat Earther, didn't like that. All right, so much so that Flatzoid thought it was a good idea to play Captain Save-A-Ho for Brian in the comments section of my video. Flatzoid made excuses for Brian and in the end just called me dishonest, which I find funny as fuck because I can show my work. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go through the process, and I'm going to show you guys how I was able to show that Brian was the one being dishonest. All right, and that that Flatzoid is just a scumbag. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so here we have Brian's video, and what we're going to do is we're going to take a screenshot of the first image that he showed, right? And you can see his parallel lines right there. And I actually didn't have an issue with these lines because these lines, they're pretty much where you would think, you would expect them to be. All right, we're going to line this up. Now, why he didn't bother putting a line, 3 lines, I'm not entirely sure, which is one of the reasons why I did, just to show that asymmetry. That was the only reason why I did the extra yellow line, the third yellow line. Let's grab the other image. All right, now this is the second image that he used, and you might not be able to tell, but he actually used cropped images. He took screenshots of my video and then kind of cropped them up a little bit, right? Which it's sort of relevant, but it's not important at this point. All right, now I'm going to lower the opacity so that way I can line everything up. All right, now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be lining up the icons at the bottom, right? So the play button, the fast forward and mute and all that kind of stuff. That way, Flatzoid runs out of excuses faster and faster. Okay. Now I have actually previously lined up everything in the image, right? Meaning my icon, the indicators on each side, and it makes it worse. It makes it so much worse for Brian. So here it's a small emphasis right here. That's it. This is all I really need. And without even doing anything, you see right there that he placed his lines into different locations. But we're going to go I need to go that extra step, right? And use my symmetry tool, right? So that way I could do that third line because I wanted to show that the parallels in one image were not only just off-center, but they were also asymmetric, comparatively speaking. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get a little closer, that way I can line up everything properly. No one's saying I didn't do anything right, yada, yada, yada. There we go, right on the money. Lock that in place. Now, just before we do anything now, one of the things I like about this is it acts like its own little crosshairs, right? And you can just see, just like that oh golly gosh darn, I think Brian might have fucked up. But we'll get into that a little bit further. All right. So let's add another layer. Change this color so that way you guys, again, so it's just extra. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll trace over Brian's line, right? And you'll notice that this space here and this space here are symmetrical. Obviously, they'd have to be, because that's the purpose of the tool, right? Now, I'm aware that guys like Flatzoid and Brian are kind of quick to accuse people of things. So we'll go ahead and erase that. That way we're not hiding anything. We'll go ahead and delete. We'll go ahead and delete that line. That way all you see is Brian's lines here. Now this bottom line it doesn't impair it in any way. Okay? All it is to show that while it's symmetrical here in this image, it's not there. Okay? The reason being is obviously because Brian moved his lines. All right? And he needed to. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. That way it's not confusing you, Flatzoid. See, it's gone. You're safe now. Well, you're not safe now, actually. So no excuses. All right. So here we are. We're going to do that whole passy thing. You see it. Good. Okay. We'll do a blinky test. Now, whenever Brian had done this, he went through the images doing kind of a blink test. If you do it like that, it's not, you can't immediately, I mean, I know you guys already know that it's different, but immediately you can't really tell there was a change, right? As he just flips through it, right? But if you go real fast, you'll notice that you can see it a lot. It's emphasized a lot more. Okay, now, the reason why Brian needed to change where he put those parallel lines was that he wanted to claim that the center of my crosshairs was basically where he put this yellow line. And that couldn't be any further from the case. We'll go ahead and... so, basically... all right. Grab a card. All right, cool. So, he needed to claim that the middle of my crosshairs was right there, roughly. Okay. When the reality is that they weren't. Okay. And you'll notice that almost immediately. Give me a second. All right. The middle of my crosshairs in reality was right here, roughly. Okay. And if we cycle through the images, you're going to see, it's not complicated, right? All right, now, he needed the middle of my crosshairs here so that he could continue crafting his narrative and basically lying out of his fucking teeth, right? By claiming that I had placed my own, my overlay on my video, that I had placed it wrong, or that I was hiding the center of my crosshairs, when obviously that's not the case. I show it in the video. But anyway, yeah, sorry. There you go. It's not complicated. All right. Ta-da! Anyway, Flatzoid. Man, it didn't help you. It didn't help him. It's easily proven that I didn't lie, that Brian did. Okay, so if you want to die on that particular hill, go right on ahead. But it's a worthless endeavor in the end. All right. Anyway, guys, I've been the Bearded Devil, and thanks for watching.